Good morning, everyone. I'm a little congested this solstice morning, so bear with me as we're working on mantra, and I don't have access to what I would consider my full vocal range. But this morning, I'm really excited to start the 12 days of mantra with one of my favorites called the Param Jyoti mantra, and this is the Supreme Light mantra. It's a perfect time to practice this mantra. You could also just pick one of your favorites from these 12 days and just keep doing that as a practice, or experiment with each of the ones that I'm going to share. The Param Jyoti mantra, the reason why I wanted to share it today on the solstice is because this is, for those of us who observe the solstice and kind of mark that shifting in nature from darker days to a gradual lightening, there is this powerful and essential teaching in Tantra that there is nothing in nature that is inherently bad or good. There is nothing that's always going to be your medicine. There's nothing that's always going to be harmful. All of life, all that we interact with, is on purpose. And, whether you're working with things outside of yourself, forces outside of yourself, or within yourself, a big tenet of my teachings is that everything here is welcome. And when we approach things from that kind of willingness to look at and be with attitude, that's when real transformation happens. So at this juncture of the year, when we're shifting from darkening days to lighter days, I feel like we can't help ourselves but think like, I'm so ready for the holidays to be over, and like for the days to be longer, and for this, I love spring and I love summer, and I know a lot of us also love the fall, but just to acknowledge where in our lives we're sort of fixated on duality, fixated on the good or bad, fixated on, New Year's resolution, things will finally get better. I'm finally going to do this. And like missing out on all of the information and wisdom that is already here. So that for me is the essence of this mantra. Now, some of the specific verbiage within the mantra really carries this spirit. The Hamsa, you'll hear Hamsa repeated in the mantra. Hamsa is a mythical swan, and swans come in black and white, and swans have this sort of ease of movement, a gliding quality. And so if we consider the mind like a river constantly moving and churning, there is this spirit of the swan being like this vehicle for helping us move across our churning thought patterns with ease and grace, and not getting stuck in the black and the white of things, being able to transcend essentially the fixation on either or. There is also a piece of the mantra that many of you will find familiar, Soham and Swaha. Soham, I am that I am. It's the mantra of the breath. So it is the inherent mantra of being in a body. Swaha is an offering up to the forces that be. It's a little bit like at the end of a powerful statement saying, amen, like I assert this is true, I offer this up, blessed be. And I think I'm going to leave it at that before I share a little bit of a body practice that I think is an important part of any mantra practice. The voice is an essentially expressive component of our being, and not only the words that we say, but the resonance of the words themselves, the resonance of the meaning, the resonance of our intention. This is why mantra is considered to be such a healing practice, has been used, why collective prayer, audible prayer, uniting voices together. This is why it's transformational, because the vibratory quality of the words create change within our physical structure and psychic structure. I'm not going to go on and on about all the phrases we have in our lexicon about the power of words and language, but consider that just repeating words, kind of having a purely mental track of something, while that definitely changes the structure of our mind, it's almost like driving on a dirt path for years and years and years and years and years and never veering off that track. The grooves get deeper and deeper, and then it's like you can't go on a different track even if you wanted to. You're sort of in these trenches. It's similar with the mind, and so mantras are used to create positive tracks. But I want to offer that the resonance of a mantra and the power to create deeper and deeper grooves is supported profoundly by our ability to connect and be in our physical body. It's a little bit like, being a talking head versus like being Luciano Pavarotti, like singing from every cell in your body. There's a very different sound and meaning and feeling. So you're creating this energetic loop within your whole system based on these specific Sanskrit words. Om. Today we're going to use Hrim. Hrim is the seed mantra connecting to the heart and the spiritual heart, the source of divine wisdom within. Notice it's not in the head. Om Hrim Hamsaha Soham Swaha. Om Hrim Hamsaha Soham Swaha. And for today, since we're using the Hrim Bija mantra, you can also use Shrim, which is to invoke this kind of shimmering, luminous quality. It's a little more connected to the goddess Lakshmi, which is beautiful. Hrim is the seed mantra for Bhuvaneshwari, for those of you who are interested. Bhuvaneshwari is called the womb of the world, sort of the slightly more esoteric. And I also like Hrim. I like trilling my R's like that, and I like that deliberate kind of drumbeat in the heart that evokes for me. So we're going to open up the side channels of the body. Those of you yogis out there, we're constantly doing this for heart opening, but the truth is the heart resides in the center of this bony structure, and so opening up through the sides, through the back of the body is arguably a better way to connect to that heart space, to give full expression to that supportive tissue of the intercostals. That is what allows the ribs themselves to move in time with our breath. And so massaging the heart and keeping the heart nourished with oxygenated blood. That's what we're going to do today. So it'll be really quite short and to the point, unlike most of my teaching where I like to get a little bit verbose, but we're past that part. So let's just get into the body. Sit comfortably. If you want to be on a chair, that's fine. If you're on the floor, that's fine. If you want to lay down instead, you can also do these shape changes laying down. And I'll just invite for myself and for you a few rounds of slow, steady breath without being too manipulative of the breath. Just slow it down a touch. And notice for yourself where you can sense movement without making it right or wrong. Especially those of us who have studied the mechanics of breath, the anatomy, can get sort of hung up in our own way about, I'm not breathing the right way, I'm stuck. Just notice where there is movement and let that be what it is. There's movement here for my breath. And when you adopt that attitude of curiosity and, oh, look, there is movement here, I have access here, somehow the tissues respond. And it's almost like a domino effect. You'll find often more tissues become mobilized by the open attitude of your mind. And then if you're sitting cross-legged, I'm going to kind of widen that cross, maybe even bringing bottoms of the feet together or sending your legs out in a straddle. Lean over into one hand either side. I'm going to lean to my right hand first and lift the opposite arm up alongside your head. If you tend to carry a lot of tension in the shoulder, you can just gently hold the back of your neck. Release the weight of your head. Push the floor with your bottom hand. And inhale into your side ribs. I like to imagine they're gills. So imagine opening, kind of lean into that potential space. Notice where you sense movement on your breath. And then you can make small, intuitive adjustments to your shape to expand your sense of movement. And slowly release the top hand. Reach away from your shoulder with that hand and imagine someone helping you up, taking your hand, bring your body back to center. Rest your hands on your knees or on the floor in between your legs. If you're sitting in a chair, you can hold the front of the chair. Inhale, little cow spine, tip your sternum up toward your chin. And then exhale, pull your belly button back and let your head fall forward, round your shoulders forward. Do that a couple more times if it feels good. Maybe extending all the way up into your neck, chin lifts. And exhale, roll into the back of your body. And then sit up and take the other side. Here for about 5 breaths. Remember, you can reach your arm up or you can support your neck, get a little more space for your shoulder. For me, this lets me release some of the habitual grip in my shoulder. That whatever hand is touching the floor, and if you're in a chair, maybe you're just kind of holding a little bit closer. Push with that bottom hand and lean into the ribs, opening your gills up, and feel for the movement. So sometimes in a position like this, you can get really rigid in the jaw and the face. Notice where there's movement. And then just let that movement ripple through to wherever it has access. I'm not trying to get real pushy this morning. And then reach the top hand away from you. Imagine someone lovingly taking your hand and pulling you back upright. Hands on knees, hands on the floor in between your legs. Hold the chair in between your legs. Inhale. Press your breath toward the front of your body from belly button to chin. And then exhale, empty out by tucking chin, rounding chest back, rounding belly back. Fill the front body from belly to chest to chin. And exhale, empty out by pulling the front of your body back, rounding back. One more. Good. So this morning I'm going to chant the mantra and leave some space for you to follow along. So it'll be call and response. Probably that's how we'll do most of these mantras. This one's a little bit longer, it's interesting to break up. So I'll just do it one time all the way through so you hear it in its entirety and then break it down into smaller bits. Om Saha Soham Swaha. Listen. Om Hrim. And now you. Ham Saha Soham Swaha. We'll do it just like that, those pieces. Om Hrim. Ham Saha Soham Swaha. Om Hrim. Ham Saha Soham Swaha. Okay, let's do it 3 times all the way through together. Om Hrim. Ham Saha Soham Swaha. Om Hrim. Ham Saha Soham Swaha. Om Hrim. Ham Saha Soham Swaha. Take a couple breaths. If you're feeling a little congested in your voice like I am this morning, really allow for some of this transcendence of the good, bad, either or to take root inside of you right now. Feel where in your chest, where perhaps around the heart, where in your lungs, where in your solar plexus there is actual physical resonance with the sounds, with your voice. And if you're not feeling confident or even like you want to articulate the specific Sanskrit words this morning, just humming along has such a beautiful effect. So wherever you're at right now, be there. And we're going to close this with 5 recitations, just a little bit softer, more internal, so less kind of projection quality and more bringing the buzz, the hum, the vibration into the physical body. Something that may help or simply feel good is to lay a hand over your chest, maybe one over your belly. Sometimes I like to place a hand in front of my mouth and kind of feel for the possible resonance that's happening inside my mouth. So you're not going to press against your face, but just hold the hand about an inch away from you. I won't do that for obvious reasons. So let's take a breath. Visualizing for yourself this shift from shorter, darker days to longer, lighter days, somewhere the moon and the sun suspended in the sky. Noticing if you can sense wherever you are on the planet Earth today, where those planets are in relationship to you and your heart. The sun having this external, action-oriented quality, and the moon softer, more internal, reflective, introspective. Noticing what's pulling on you more in this moment. And allowing for this mantra practice to just soften and soothe any direct or explicit separation between the two qualities, which you embody in equal measure. And inhale, exhale. Inhale for the mantra. Om Hrim Ham Saha Soham Swaha. 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 Inhale. Exhale. If it's a meaningful gesture, join hands in prayer over your heart. Bow your head softly to the light of your innate wisdom within. Happy solstice, everyone. Thank you.